Pacheco on behalf of Paul Stout.
Thank you.
Letter Gadget present.
Thank you. And we are at the point where the only thing left is cross-examination of Mr. Gadget. So, Mr. Gadget, would you stand, raise your right hand, and be sworn?
You do solemnly swear the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
Thank you.
I'm going to ask that he take the stand, Judge.
Would you prefer him up here then? Okay.
That's fine.
And Judge, prior there was a motion filed on behalf of asking the court to recuse itself. Is the court going to do that before? Or?
I've denied that motion.
Thank you, Judge. Can you? So, Judge, I'm going to do my very best under our numbering system to get it correct.
All right.
All right.
I'd appreciate it.
Mr. Gadget, were you served on or about August 30th with the order from this court of an injunction prohibiting harassment?
No,
You were not served at all.
that's not what I said.
Okay. What did you say? I'm sorry. Were you served with this injunction prohibiting harassment?
I was served with this injunction.
Okay. And that injunction, did you read the injunction?
The order?
Yes.
Yes.
And did you see that the order had a statement about prohibiting you from posting in regard to Mr. Stout?
I did not see that.
So let me read it to you. I apologize, Judge. I jumped up without my, sorry. Oh, here it is.
Ma'am, can you get the, I'll get them. Okay, thank you.
So under the court order, under the other orders, it says defendant, which would be you, correct?
Are you asking me?
Yes, I am asking you.
I would presume so.
Okay. Shall not post personal attacks on plaintiff which do not convey a message of public interest or which contain lewd, profane, or obscene remarks. The defendant may comment civilly on plaintiff's ideas. Did you see that?
Yeah, relevance to this, Judge?
I'm sorry?
The injunction's relevance? Relevance to the question.
No, you can answer. Go ahead. Overruled.
I'm sorry, did I read that part?
Yes.
I did.
Okay. And I'm going to exhibit 29, and you have exhibits up there. And I'd like you to go to exhibit, in the book, it would be exhibit 15. You see that? And the bait stamp is Stout 00055. Do you see that post?
I do.
Did you author or write this post?
The same injunction of relevance, this is posted. This has nothing to do with the actual validity of the injunction in the first place.
Judge, it's relevant because it shows the pattern of harassment and offensive conduct, even with a court order that continues by Mr. Gadget.
Hold on. I have to see what it says. Let's see. What was I'm trying to find a date. What was the date?
It's at the bottom, Judge, September 2nd, 2024.
And the date of service was?
August 30th,
August
2024.
23rd.
Okay, then I don't think it is relevant. I
Well,
think it
Judge,
might
I'm
be-
showing the relevance that he continues to make the same comments, even with a court order that prohibits him at that point from calling my client names and subjects him to further harassment, which has gone on and which has continued in regard to limited to me, but also to this court. And it's relevant to show the pattern of harassment under the statute in this case.
But it doesn't come within the four squares of the actual petition. It may be an issue for another day,
It is.
another violation.
Well,
But at the moment, I think I'm limited to what is within the petition itself.
all right, Judge, I understand. I'll move on.
All right.
Okay. Mr. Gadget, do you have an account on X, formerly known as Twitter?
Objection, relevance. He's asking me what I have now.
I'm
It's beyond the
asking
scope of the
about
petition,
what you
Judge.
had during the petition, Judge.
Well, yeah. You can answer for.
During the scope of the petition, I did.
Okay, what was that account?
What do you mean, what was the account?
What was the name of the account, the handle that you
Oh,
used?
first I had, I think it was like toxicity_ARZ, and then I switched it to TOXIKVLAD. I don't know when I did that.
Are these accounts public?
Correct.
Okay, so anybody could access and see what you say on those accounts?
That I don't know. I don't know who can access it.
Okay. Do you list me all the usernames on X that you've had since July 2024?
Those were the only two.
Okay. Have you also, do you have, does anybody else have the ability to post under your name?
Are you talking about the petition during the period of the petition?
I'm going right to the petition exactly.
Post under my name? I don't know. Are you saying, well, I would say, I suppose.
Do you have any of the posts that we're talking about that are exhibits in this case that were not posted by you?
No.
They're all posted by you?
Correct.
Okay. Let's go to what's the court's exhibit number 15, which has been admitted into evidence. And I want you to go to Stout 0006. I'm sorry, 0007.
Okay.
Did you post how did you find a conviction of a Paul M. Stout out of Texas? Did you do a public search?
Did you say what number?
I'm sorry, 0007. Do you have that?
This is 7.
No, that's not so. Leslie?
Sure.
Okay.
It's up on screen like that.
Okay.
Okay. It's number 2 for the record.
It's
Actually, exhibit R is 1, but it's their 15.
okay. So it's the court's 15, and it's been admitted. Did you publish this on your Twitter X account?
I posted it on my Twitter X account, correct.
And how did you find a document for a Paul M. Stout?
Google.
Okay. And so if you go to excuse me. I'm having a little bit of an issue here. Go to the next page, please.
Okay.
Did you write the sentence, if it's true that Rachel Mitchell's fiance is a convicted pedophile and she hid that from the public, big ifs. Do we really want her as the top prosecutor? Did you post that?
I did.
Did you post, even if it's not true, if RM can't control her creepy psycho fiance, how can she run MCAO? Did you post that?
I did.
Okay. So you have alleged that this Paul M. Stout is the fiance of Rachel Mitchell. Is that correct?
This?
The one that you filed on in regard to posted?
No.
No, that's exactly what you did, because you allege that this Paul Stout was a convicted sex offender. Do you not? You deny that?
Yes.
Okay.
I deny it.
Okay, going to number 2, which is Exhibit 16 by the court. Going to Bates number 000013. Did you post, why did Creative Youth Theater, the children's charity operated by Paul Stout Jr., fiance to Rachel Mitchell, County Attorney's Office, go defunct in 2009? Did you post that? How did you find that information?
What's the question?
I said, did you post that? And I thought you said yes.
I didn't say anything.
Okay. Could you answer my question, please?
Post, if you're referring to Twitter, the answer is no.
Okay. How did you put that on? What did you do?
Facebook.
Okay, that's a Facebook post. So is that a public post?
That's a reply to the county attorney's office.
Okay, but is that public?
I can honestly say I don't know how Facebook, I think you can control who sees what.
So on Facebook,
I don't know.
You also posted, was there any funny business?
I did. Well, yeah, I did.
Is the fact that Paul seems to have a thing for young children why Mitchell is hiding her engagement to Stout? Did you post that on Facebook?
I put it on I replied on Facebook.
Okay. And no sane man in his late 50s or 60s would be caught dead running a children's youth theater for obvious reasons.
I did reply to that.
And are you alleging that this Paul Stout is somehow a sex offender or a pervert with children?
I'm asking the question, why is she hiding him?
Okay, but you're alleging that he seems to have a thing for young children. Just answer my question. Did you post that?
You already asked me. Ask and answer, Judge.
Okay. Judge, could he answer the question?
Go ahead and answer the question.
I did reply that, as I said previously.
Okay. And again, that is a public site.
I don't know how Facebook, I think you can control who views replies. I think you can hide them.
Okay, but it went to the county attorney's site. Is that correct?
To their page. They put a post. I follow them on Facebook, and they posted something, and I replied to it. If it's visible, I think, and I don't know, but I think you can hide who sees replies on Facebook.
Did you, I'm going back to Exhibit 15 and it's 000.
I'm sorry, but I did intend it to be public. I'll say that.
You did intend it to be public. All right. Let's go back to 10 on Exhibit 15, which is the Exhibit 1 that you have up there. Okay. Did you claim, do you still, as you sit here today, claim that my client is Tilden Katz?
I'm sorry, what exhibit is this?
This is Exhibit 15 by the court, our Exhibit 1, and the Bates number is 10.
It's not Exhibit 1. Oh, wait. Do I claim that Tilden Katz is Paul, this guy, your plaintiff?
Paul Stout.
100%.
Okay. And so when you posted that, you posted that in this post, and somebody named Tilden Katz or Andrew Jackson tells you they don't know him. Was that your statement on Twitter?
They're saying they don't know Paul Stout.
Okay.
Not Tilden Katz.
All right. And so you're still, as you sit here today, during the petition, all of the things you posted in regard to Tilden Katz, you believed were comments or postings from Paul Stout, my client.
After a certain date.
What was that date?
I'm not certain, but I think it was July 3rd, but I'm not certain.
July 3rd, 2024.
Yes.
Okay. So during the time that we're talking about in this petition, correct?
I don't know. What's the first entry?
I'm just going to go to another question. Could you go to Exhibit 18, which is our Exhibit 4, and please go to Bates number 23.
Okay.
So you posted the following. So this was YouTube. What's your YouTube account? During this period, Mr. Gadget, so let's not get into a circular argument. During this period of the petition.
Why would you object to an argumentative, Judge? You didn't even give me a chance to answer the question. He's saying not getting a circular argument.
I don't think he asked the question yet.
Yeah. I'm asking, during this time, what was your YouTube account?
I think, and I'm not certain, but I think it's Toxic Arizona by Vladimir Gadget.
How many YouTube accounts did you have during this period?
I have 2.
And as you post on YouTube, does anybody else post content for you on YouTube during the relevant period of the petition?
No.
Okay. So on 23, you posted on YouTube that Rachel Mitchell, Maricopa County Attorney's fiance, Paul Stout, and his history of violence. And you cite a 2007, I think, restraining order that somebody sought against Mr. Stout, correct?
I posted the video.
Okay. And you posted that video and you've claimed that my client has a history of violence. Is that what your claim was?
That's in the title.
Okay. And you posted it.
I've already answered that question.
Okay. So answer it again for me. Yes or no?
Answer, Judge. Objection.
You can answer.
Yes.
Okay. So as we sit here, as we're moving forward.
I'm sorry. I'm going to object to relevance. I thought the petition was limited to X.
I don't think it's limited to any one social media.
Thank you, Judge. So in terms of, at this point, you have made allegations during the petition period that my client had a thing for little kids. You made that statement, did you?
False.
Okay. Just answer yes or no.
Okay. No.
Okay. You made statements about him having a history of violence, correct? Did you, yes or no, Mr.?
No.
Okay. You've made statements about him being a convicted sex offender and posted a conviction by Paul Stout on one of your social media posts. Is that correct?
Object to a vague question. Ambiguous.
I don't think it's vague. Go ahead.
Okay. The answer is no.
So you did not post that Paul M. Stout was a convicted of pedophile.
I did not. I asked the question if he was.
But you posted a conviction from somebody out of the state of Texas. Is that correct?
I asked if that was him.
And you've made multiple insinuations that my client has a thing for little kids.
I've asked multiple questions, correct.
Right. Going to exhibit number 20, which is our exhibit number 6. Oh, sorry about that. I'm going to go back on you. I'm sorry, Mr. Gadget. Could you go back to exhibit 19, which is our exhibit 5?
Exhibit 5?
Yeah. Going to admitted exhibit 5, going to Bates number 28.
Okay.
So did you submit to the Attorney General's office a criminal complaint against the plaintiff, Paul Stout?
I don't know if that's the technical term, but I did submit online.
Okay.
Through
And
this
then you
email.
posted it on your either Twitter or one of your feeds. Is that correct? Okay.
Sure.
So you filed a criminal complaint against my client, and then you posted online that you had filed that criminal complaint.
It's not a criminal complaint. It's a, I don't know what the technical term is, but an in-court, yeah.
Well,
Layman's terms of criminal complaint. My intention was for criminal investigation. I did post it on X.
well, you use a statute, which is ARS 2916, the use of electronic communication to terrify, intimidate, or threaten. And then you list out everything that you claim Mr. Stout did in the earlier part. So you did submit under a criminal statute that he committed a crime, correct? Yes. Okay. And so in that case, and then you
Sorry, but I also think I also put Miss Mitchell in there too.
I understand that Ms. Mitchell's in there. And then you published this publicly like it was something that was bound to happen. There was a criminal investigation into my client. Isn't that what the intent of what you did was to show him that you were going and filing a criminal complaint against him?
It wasn't, no, that's not true.
It's not true? Okay.
That was not my intent.
So I'm just going to go real quickly. Did you ever post online the letter that is 000030?
Can you read that to me, please? I can't see it.
Did you ever post that it has been determined that this office will not initiate a criminal investigation into this matter, which is dated June 26, 2024 by the Attorney General's office?
I don't remember. I may have. I don't remember doing so.
But you filed that you had filed a criminal complaint, but do you ever, in any post that we have filed, that there was no criminal charges and they were declined?
I honestly don't know. I may have. If I had, it would have been to complain about it.
Mr. I'm going to go to our exhibit 6, which is the court's exhibit 20. And let me ask you a question, Mr. Gadget. Did you serve in the military?
Yes.
Okay. What did you serve?
Objection relevance.
What is the relevance?
I'm going into the issue regarding stolen valor of my client, which he posted, Judge. And I want to know if he understands by his own service what it means to challenge someone's service.
Object. That's completely irrelevant to the petition.
Objection's overruled. You can answer.
Yes, I did serve.
Okay. When did you serve?
I enlisted in 1996.
Okay. When did you get out of the Marine Corps?
Discharge was in 2002.
And so in 33, which is exhibit 20, you make the following statement. And let me make sure this is on on 33. What is the social media site? Is this X?
Hold on. Is that page stamp 33?
Page stamp 33. It should be in front of you on the screen. Is that?
All right. So what was your question?
What was this posted on?
On Twitter.
Okay. And on Twitter, you make the statement, and you authored this statement? You wrote it?
Correct.
That Paul Stout Jr. is a total nut job. So, of course, he is fiancé to Maricopa County Attorney Rachel Mitchell and is falsely claiming that he is a veteran. He never served other than an insane asylum. Did you make that statement?
I did.
Did you check into anything in regard to Mr. Stout's military background prior to filing this?
I did.
And what did you find?
That there was no indication he had ever served.
And you've heard him testify that he served from 1980 to 84 in the Air Force when he testified.
I know that he said he had served in the Air Force. I don't remember the dates.
And so you made this statement, and you also sent this to Stolen Valor. Is that correct?
Sent it.
Or you tagged them in this in regard to Mr. Stout reporting him that he was not a veteran and claiming to be a veteran.
Oh, the tweet? Yes, I tagged him in the header.
Okay. And without any evidence, you just claimed he had no military service, and you posted that online to harass him. Is that
False.
correct?
That's false.
Why is that false? What's false about it?
Because I did look to see if there was any evidence of his military service, and there wasn't any.
Well, you must have missed it. Is that correct? Because right now he's testified. Well, let's go to.
Wait. You asked me a question. Can I answer it or not?
I'm gonna.
He said I must have missed it. Well, the only time I heard anyone say that he was actually in the military was at this trial, which is 2 months after I posted it. So at the time of August 14th, there was no evidence, and I had looked.
Do we have the DD 214?
I'm going to object to the relevance of DD 214. It wasn't disclosed until a trial. It has nothing to do with the petition dates.
But Judge, it confirms that my client served and was honorably discharged.
Which I didn't have on August 14th.
Well, you just posted it without even caring to look, but that's the issue.
I did look. I'm telling you. I didn't find anything. There's no evidence. He's assuming facts, not evidence that it was available to be found.
So is there a question on the?
Judge, I'm asking to admit my client's DD 214, which is his record of discharge from the Air Force in 1984, which shows that he served from 80 to 84 and was honorably discharged. And the post and the sending this to Stolen Valor was absolutely fraudulent and for the purpose of denigrating and harassing my client.
There's no evidence.
Well, I'll overrule the objection. You can answer. I think what you're saying is you weren't able to find it.
That's right.
I'm just going to make the comment, I don't think you tried very hard.
Judge, I'm going to object. That's argumentative and difficult. That's why I ask questions.
So I'm going to our exhibit number 7, which is the court's exhibit 21.
Can you get base stamp, please?
36.
Okay.
You brought forward a police report for an employer for Mr. Stout in 2001. Police report. You tried to get records of a theft at a shoe or retail clothes company. Is that correct?
What's the question?
I'm asking you, did you post this?
I did post
Did you research and try to find any information about Paul Stout so that you could post that he had committed some kind of a crime? Is that what your allegation is in here? Isn't this your allegation that he committed the crime of the burglary, that he's an employee of the place? Isn't that exactly what you're saying? No, I'm not. I'm asking for an answer, Judge.
I don't understand what the question is.
What was the purpose of posting?
To find out why he wasn't investigated and if Rachel Mitchell had something to do with covering it up. Because Sergeant Penzone was there. He's a political agent, or he was sheriff. He was running for office. And I think reading the police report, it was curious to me that somebody who shows up for 2 hours claims that they lock up the store. There's 2 people seen leaving the store with a safe, and he's not even investigated. When you couple that with the Officer Tim report that just went missing from 2007 about the assault on his neighbor and her elderly mother, I'm just asking questions. This sounds suspicious to me. And
Go to 37, please. You can testify later. Can you go to 37, please?
All right.
If Paul Stout hashtag Rachel Mitchell's fiance, really left the store keys locked in the safe like he told MCSO during the robbery investigation, how is he supposed to open or close the store ever like he said he did that?
That's a good
Why
question.
would you post that?
It's a good
Because you're
question.
making an allegation that he committed the theft.
I'm making the
Let
allegation.
me just, yes or
Can I ask
no,
the
are you
question?
making an allegation that he committed the theft?
I'm asking if he
Are you
was.
making an allegation that Rachel Mitchell in 2001 submarined this for some reason?
No, I'm not saying submarined it. I'm saying that I know how keys work. And I don't understand how somebody can say they locked the keys in a safe in the middle of a store and then say they secured the store.
But you're making an allegation of something that was closed. Were there any charges filed against Mr. Stout?
I don't know.
Was
I'd
there?
like to know.
Well,
I'd
you
like
would
to
know.
know.
You looked. Was there any charges
Not
filed?
that I-
Yes or no?
Not that I could find. You're
I
asking
think you
me.
can find.
hold
So
on,
you
you're asking me
make up something 23 years later about, and you just make it up so that you can gain some sort of traction against Rachel Mitchell. Isn't that true? Aren't you looking for something so you can attack Rachel Mitchell by using her fiance? Just yes or no.
Am I looking for something I can use to criticize 100%?
Okay. And so you're able to find something and allege that something sordid or criminal occurred without any evidence. Isn't that correct?
False.
You did that with the child molest, isn't it correct?
No.
You found an individual named Paul Stout and you posted that, correct?
False.
You've posted things and you've alleged that this man committed crimes or was a sexual pervert because you want to get to Rachel Mitchell.
The objective is to criticize Rachel Mitchell. I am not
No,
alleging
the
anything. I'm
objective may
asking-
be, but is the objective to harass
Can I answer the question
and
before-
alarm my client?
Go ahead.
Judge, can I answer the question before it
Go
cuts
ahead,
me off?
answer the question.
All right, what's the last question?
Did you do this? Did you find this and make this information up so that you could harass Rachel Mitchell from a 2001 police
I
report?
didn't make any. That police report is legit. I got it from Phoenix Police Records.
But
I
my
didn't make
client
any.
was my client charged or investigated with a crime? Yes or no?
I don't
you,
know.
You
I
looked
don't
into
know.
it.
I did look into it. I
And
don't
the
know.
answer is
That's
no,
why-
isn't it?
Can I answer?
I think you did. You
I'm
said-
asking the questions. Was he? I'm asking questions. That's it.
So do you still, as you sit here today, believe my client is a Twitter handle under the name Monkey Lover?
Is that Minky Lover? MNKYLUVR?
Correct.
Yes, 100%.
Okay, you still believe that he's Monkey Lover. So I'm going to exhibit number 22, which is our exhibit 8, and the Bates number is 40.
Okay.
So did you post this? Is this on Twitter?
It is on Twitter.
Okay.
I can't tell though, is that one post or is that two? 'Cause it looks
So
like it's two.
you believe and you have alleged that my client is Minky Lover, correct?
Right.
And that this post all about the narratives of the Uvalde cops were told to stand down. Did you read that?
I remember that tweet.
Okay. And so you're posting that Paul Stout is some kind of conspiracy theorist regarding Uvalde and other matters. Is that what your post is alleging?
I don't remember who Hogg is. I don't remember that name. I don't remember what the substance of the tweet was. I just remember at the time when I posted it, it sounded like
That wasn't my question. My question is, are you posting this as thinking that Paul Stout, as Monkey Lover or Minky Lover, or however you pronounce it, it posted something in regard to Uvalde?
Uvalde, correct.
Okay. So you publicly alleged that this is Paul Stout. Is that correct?
Well, that's what I'm saying. I don't know if this is two tweets or one tweet, because of the one on the left, I don't think I'm referencing him at all.
Okay.
I don't know what the one on the right is referencing.
I'm going to go to our exhibit 10, court's exhibit 24. And it's 43.
All right.
Oh, I'm sorry, to the court, it's exhibit 23, excuse me.
Okay.
So did you post this?
I did.
Okay. And do you acknowledge making a claim that something about Paul is a problem, like him beating women and old ladies and his fondness for hanging out with little kids? Did you make that statement?
I made the question. I'm asking the question.
Okay, I'm just saying, did you post this question?
I posted these questions.
Do you allege that he has a history of violence against women?
I'm asking if he does.
And you post that he has a issue with little kids, as in he is sexually interested in little kids?
I'm asking if he does.
Okay. So you think asking a question solves the problem? I can ask any question to a politician and harass and alarm individuals and offend them, but that doesn't matter because it's a question. Is that your defense here today?
First Amendment.
Is that your defense, that you can ask a question and make allegations?
First Amendment is my defense. I'm entitled to question people in power.
Are you entitled to claim that someone's a sex offender, that someone is a conspiracy theorist? Is that what you're allowed to do under the First Amendment, Vlad? I don't think it is.
Judge, argumentative, and I appreciate if he refers to me by my surname.
Mr. Gadget?
Yes, I don't like people calling me by my first name without me having said so.
I missed it. If he called you Vlad, yeah, it should be Mr. Gadget.
Yes, and my answer to the question, he was badgering, but that's fine. My answer is I'm allowed to ask questions. What it solves or doesn't solve, I don't know, but I'm allowed to ask questions. That is the point of the First Amendment, to ask questions. If you don't like the questions, then don't hide them. You want to use
So again, I'm just going to stop you right here. You get to testify on redirect. I'm pretty sure you know that. So let me just ask you, you ask questions and you allege that somebody's a sex offender. Do you think that's appropriate? Yes or no? Just yes or no.
Well, which is the question? You asked three different questions.
I said, do you think you could ask a question about and allege that someone in that question is a child molester? Do you think that's appropriate under the First Amendment,
100%.
Vlad? You do.
I
think you should go back to school. That's what I think.
Objection, argumentative, Judge.
You answered. You said you think it's allowable under the First Amendment. Go ahead.
That's it.
Okay. Judge, I'm going to renew my question, my issue on Exhibit 29, which the court rejected because it's after the petition. But the issue is, he says, I ask questions. In this allegation, this harassment that he does, he doesn't ask a question. He threatens my client after the order of this court, which is the allegations in this petition. So I'm asking again to reuse and have him review that exhibit.
It's outside the scope, Judge. Yeah.
There is a procedure by which the petition can be amended to include a new allegation. But until that's done, I don't think I'm permitted to expand without that being an allegation within a modified petition.
And Judge, I understand and respect that. However, he's alleging that all he's done is ask questions, when clearly, as he continues on, he's not asking questions. He's overtly threatening, which is what he really does in these. So I would like this considered into evidence.
I still think that goes beyond my ability today.
Thank you, Judge.
I would, it's certainly a basis for a different petition on a different day. But I don't believe I'm allowed to consider that.
Judge, could you give me 1 minute?
Certainly.
15, I'm sorry, 15.
Could you go to Exhibit 15, Vlad, and go, I'm sorry, Mr. Gadget, I apologize, and go to 4.
Page stamp 4?
Yeah.
Okay.
So you've testified that as you sit here today, you still believe that Tilden Katz is my client. Is that correct? That handle?
As far as when I did know that, I can't tell you for sure. But today, looking back on it, 100%.
Okay. So when you posted under Exhibit 15, Bates number 4, you believe this was Paul Stout, correct?
I don't think I was sure at that point. No, I thought it was, what's his name?
Well, let me jump there. You say, in the second thing, you say, find Paul. Do you see that? So you actually think it's him at that point.
I'm not sure.
Okay. Name the place, noon Saturday, fucking pussy wife beater. Did you post that?
Yeah.
Okay. So you threatened, you wanted him to come and fight you. Is that correct?
I wanted to figure out who it was.
But you didn't really ask a question, did you? I don't have any more questions.
But hold on. Can I answer
Judge?
the question? Let me see. Let me read the.
You can say it for me,
I thought, no, I was trying to figure out who it was. That's how, when somebody is too cowardly to say who they are and they use an alias, you have to, this is the only way you figure something out. You hope
But
that you're gonna get
that
clues.
raises a question. Do you use any
do not.
alias or pseudonyms?
I don't.
None at all?
No.
Okay. I have nothing further, Judge.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Magic. Redirect, Mr. Gadget.
So the only thing I'd point out, Judge, when the claim as far as me wanting to fight Paul Stout and Tilden Katz tweets, I had the exhibits, I was willing to admit them, but I'm 50 years old, I wasn't gonna fight anybody. I didn't even know who it was. I actually thought it was Brandon Hillier, he's chief of staff for Miss Mitchell. I thought it was a retired cop. I didn't know the name, I didn't know the middle initial, I didn't know any of that. All I know is somebody's coming after me and trying to figure it out. They were threatening me, so I figured, well, maybe if I put something out there like that, they'll leave a clue like, you know, Gold's Gym or something like that. Then you go to the Facebook page, look at pictures, things like that. Anyway, that's it.
All right.
We rest, Judge.
All right.
Well, I think it's my turn to rest, but. Right?
I think everybody's rested now. We are done. And I will take the matter under advisement.
Or make arguments, Judge, or
I'm sorry?
make arguments?
I don't think we need arguments. I usually don't have arguments in these cases.
Judge, may I just point out that in the petition, there's case law that I'm sure the court has viewed, but in the last paragraph, and some of those cases are right on point in regard to extensive pattern of offensive defamation that could be statutorily under the injunction prohibited harassment statute. I just point that out, Judge.
All right. Mr. Gadget, any response
To the case law?
to Mr. Rapp's comments?
I'm sorry, can you say that again?
Do you have any response to Mr. Rapp's comments? Since he had just made a statement, I'll let you respond.
The only thing, from what I did not look up the authority that was cited in the petition, the only point I would make, the ones I did look up was disputes between private parties. Again, you know the court's position, this is not a dispute between a private party. This is me asking questions and being retaliated upon.
All right. There are a great number of exhibits, and we've gone multi-days, so I want to review the testimony and the evidence that's been submitted. So I will take the matter under advisement. rule accordingly.
Right.
Thank you all.
Thank you, Judge.
All rise.